From left to right, sitting on the board up there is Paige Adkins. Next to him is Sharon Waddell. Next to him is Tony, I can't remember his last name. And then it's Sherry Barlow and Shannon Jackson.
They're all double. Here, let's. You need some more?
Oh, that's so they don't, no.
They don't collapse? Okay.
They don't collapse on it? Why do they need two?
Singles are dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
So, are you on a chair? Marks is probably okay in a single. You and I probably too. Oh, I know I do. Yeah, that's the part that hurts. Gravity.
I don't care about it's a fireball. You gotta have my love. You gotta have my Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody sign, hey, did everybody sign the sheet that needs to? Let's get started, please.
You know the smart people are.
Well, I think we probably shouldn't be.
Yours was the crab one.
He left.
Built in that chat, should be getting moved to the lower is up next to the shop. So we had a couple railroad ties. Yeah. No.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 2025 Midas Board Co-op meeting. If you'd all like to join us, we'll stand and have Tony lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me in the pledge to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
We'll call the meeting to order. Shannon, if you could read the minutes from last year's meeting, please.
Last year's meeting was called to order by President Sharon Newbold at 9:05, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Tony Schuler. There were 11 co-op members present. I read the minutes from 2023's meeting. Motion to accept last year's minutes from Chris Mortara, seconded by Jim Shenham. All in favor. Sherry Barlow discussed billing procedures and late fee for non-payment. The co-op will start following standard utility practices, and water shutoff will be terminated if not paid by June 1st of the year in question, following proper shutoff notices to property owners. Darren Elmore questioned how many services, to which Sherry replied, we have 53, which are currently paying. Motion to accept new shutoff procedures from Eric Stern, seconded by Darren Elmore. All in favor. Paige gave an update on the chlorination system installed at well number 2, and reports that 10 samples since the system was implemented with no unusual coliform levels. The chlorination levels were originally too high, but the system has been modified to the required levels with a smaller unit. Paige also updated the board that the contractor who installed the system has yet to bill the co-op and is still due payment of approximately $15,000. Paige also informed the board of the state's requirement that the tanks are to be cleaned. Tank number 1 has been cleaned, but further it needs to be done for it to be sealed. Number 2 tank is to be cleaned later this year. Paige reported no major leaks with the co-op system at this date. The board also discussed shutting off systems and locking out systems not being used with a reconnect fee of $200 and a $500 fee for systems transferring ownership. Dana Bennett inquired if HECLA is still covering sample costs, to which Paige stated that they are at a cost of approximately $120 per sample, and HECLA also donated $2,500 to the cost of the chlorination system. Sharon noted that the co-op is not a 501c3, so the co-op may accept donations, but the donors are not able to write these off, the donations off of their taxes. Chris Mortara, motion to accept new billing systems, seconded from Eric Stern. All in favor. Angelo Granada informed the co-op he may be able to help with new valves with assistance from his employer. Elections were held for myself as secretary, Tony Schuler as at-large board member, who both opted to run again. Chris Mortara, motion to accept, second from Darren Elmore. All in favor. Motion to adjourn from President Sharon Newbold. All in favor. Meeting adjourned at 9:45. Thank you.
Motion to accept.
No motion.
And second. All in favor?
Aye.
Sherry will now be going over the financials.
Currently in our checking, we have $45,107. And, these are our financial statements. And I don't know if I have enough for everybody, so if you would share here and there.
$45,170.
Any questions, comments, concerns, just let us know.
Thank you.
If anybody doesn't have one that would like to look at one, just, we'll pass them along.
Yeah, we did have the fundraiser last year, Paige put on at the bar, so we had an extra $12,100 to deposit.
Thank you.
So,
It was actually a very good success. We're going to do that again this year on August the 9th. So, you know, it was, I was surprised at $12,000. I was very happy. And as we
And everyone also donates, you know, using their own office supplies, time and whatnot, so that
And
it
help.
keeps everything easy and help. There's a lot of people who've all done dishes.
So, any questions on the financial statement? Go ahead.
Last year you mentioned something about an inactive list for members, inactive water list for members.
We had, there's several people in town that their water is shut off.
I'm not sure.
There's nobody here. Those services are just shut off. The way the tariffs are written up originally, they don't have to keep paying their fee once they discontinue their service.
Right, well, what's disconnected?
Yeah,
They're not really disconnected though. They're turned off,
They're turned off, but.
yeah.
but they're not locked out or anything.
Right,
So to turn those back on is $500, what is it, $200 to turn it back on?
Yes.
$200?
For the same person to turn it back on.
For the
If
same
the
person,
takes it
okay.
over, they're too off.
Yeah.
Right.
I just remember you said, when you were doing the reading of the, you were proposing an active list, and curious to find out exactly what that is.
I think what he's referring to is, when we had talked about raising the rates, we didn't do it because people shut off properties they're not using. And last time we had a rate increase, we ended up with actually less income. Because right now, there's probably half a dozen lots here that are just vacant lots that the people pay their water bill.
So were you, one of the agreements on the list?
Well, I guess I was wondering how you got on the inactive list, because, if you have a
Some
membership
people,
and you have water, you're active.
I'm not really sure what you're asking me. Some people like requested their water, like, going on the hill. He requested that it was shut off. I don't know, there's people like that, but there's not very many of them. Some of plants are like that, you know.
So the shut off is the same as a disconnection? So when he calls and says, oh, the water turned back on?
Then he's gonna pay a reconnection fee,
Right.
even though it's just the turning of a valve.
Yeah.
So, but that's, people that haven't been here in 5-10 years and come up all of a sudden and say, hey, I want my water turned on here for a weekend, and we don't see them for another 10, that's not gonna cut it. You can't just have water everywhere.
Right.
I mean, that's not fair
Yeah, it's not,
to us, that,
I agree.
So on the financials, the $88,000 is the loan that we still are responsible for. When does that become due?
2044.
And how much are we paying annually on it
We pay, $565 per month.
per month?
Yeah.
Is there a penalty for paying it off early?
Not that I'm aware of. I would have to contact USDA and ask for that.
Okay, thanks.
I have a question. How many paying members does this water board have total?
Around, like, what is it, 52 or 3?
53?
Yeah.
Does that comport with the number here that says customer fees, 22,440? Is that where that comes from? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
There are some hookups that are charged different rates for various reasons.
What various
Businesses pay
reasons?
more, and
What various
people
reasons?
that have
Commercial.
camping
commercial,
facilities.
like I pay double what you pay at the bar.
Okay.
Any
commercial service.
If they're there.
Okay.
We only charge the RV spots if they use them, if they haven't been used in a while.
And see,
The loan, 2024. Any other questions? Cody?
I'll be
No, he's starting to show up well. This is all.
Page doesn't pull any questions.
We are paying the note off early, right? I mean,
We pay the same
2044,
amount.
we're paying $6,000 a year, 20 years, I mean, we're
We're also
overpaying
paying $3,000 interest a year.
that. That's maybe, that was So,
$3,844 we pay in interest a year.
so we're not, I guess we're not paying it off at
No.
an accelerated rate, if that's the case.
No, most years, we don't have extra money. If something breaks, we don't have any extra money,
Sure.
so.
I have another question about the whole financial thing. Are we gonna be allowed opportunity to ask and present concerns about other subjects too?
Yes,
That should be now or later?
it will be later.
Okay. On the bottom of every single correspondence I get in the mail from the water board, it says Midas Water Cooperative is an equal opportunity provider.
Yes,
I think that the meaning of that has been lost. That means providing equal opportunities for every single person here to pay their bills. That does not mean removing options for payment. That does not mean acting inconvenience when somebody comes to you with a concern. That means equal opportunity for everybody to pay their bills in whatever way is the most convenient for them.
it is equal opportunity, meaning that we cannot say you cannot have water service based on your gender, age, disability, race.
Or
It has
lack
to-
of a payment agreement or method that agrees with the person in charge. It has been articulated to me face to face by two of you that your jobs are not your jobs. That
Can you
means
explain that, please? That's sort of unclear. Our jobs are not our jobs?
your job is to be an equal opportunity provider, not act inconvenience when one of us that elected you, we're all elected officials, comes to you with a concern. Moreover, not make it personal. You guys are expected to be objective and approach this responsibility that we all elected you for in a customer service way, not to act inconvenience when somebody comes to you with a concern.
Well,
My concern is this. This is for me to say what I have to say. I don't need any response from any of you. This is me saying what I have to say.
Well, we might
Okay.
have something to say too, but that's fine.
That's fine, whatever. I don't have a checkbook. I have a checking account. On the bill that is sent every year, the only option for payment is a mailing address to send a check to. I haven't written a check on a piece of paper in like 20 years. There was no option on that piece of paper for any kind of electronic payment method.
They do still sell postal money orders for people
Okay,
that don't.
okay,
like
that's fine, I understand that those methods
So
are
there
there,
are other
but on the
options.
bill, every single bill I get from every other utility has different options for payment. Listed right there, a Venmo account with a number, a PayPal account, a bank account number at a bank account. In the meantime, those options have been taken away, and it's like pulling teeth to get those options.
What you're saying, Joe.
My
is not
point
true.
is
That's not
that there needs to be more options for paying bills than
You
just
can
sending a
pay your
check.
bill however you want to pay.
Okay, that's fine, I understand that, I made that clear to you when I talked to you at your house face to face. My problem isn't with my ability to pay the bill, it's with options.
You can
And with
use
people
whatever
acting
option
like
you want.
it's an inconvenience to them when I come to them with concerns. My second point is, as far as this money goes, on the left side of the road, south of town, I guess it would be the east side of the road. Last year, a couple years back, when the snow was really bad and the runoff was bad, the runoff overtook the cattle guard, ran down the road, made a gigantic gully, and right now, the water main, the giant 6-inch water main that feeds the entire town is just laying there exposed.
No, it's not.
Just, yes, I took pictures of it.
That's the feed to Ryan's house.
That
has nothing to do with
It's this big around.
The feed comes from up here and up there, that's the end of that line.
Okay, so I was wrong about that. Does
That's
that mean
a
that,
pipe.
does that mean that it's proper to
That's-
leave it hanging
that's-
out?
Pipe, Joe.
That's
Fix it.
his
That
pipe.
has nothing to do with the water system.
That's
Well,
my
why-
6-inch pipe.
Well, fix it then.
If we could
It's
stay
not
on
water,
topic,
it's
please.
not leaking. There's no problem.
Okay, it's not leaking, but it's just hanging out there frozen.
Excuse me.
With the potential to be
Mr.
frozen.
Rollins,
It has nothing to do with
Please,
water.
everybody, we're talking about the financials right now.
This is about the financials. If you let me make my point, I'd get there. We've got
You have 5 minutes to continue and make your point.
35, who are you to decide how much time I have?
We're not gonna be here all
We
day.
can't be here all day.
Okay, but then you're gonna have to sit here and adjust my concerns, because that's what this is for. This isn't for you.
This is a public meeting to go over issues
Public
with the
concerns,
water.
not to,
Joe,
It
continue
is
with
not
your
for-
point, I don't
Yeah.
wanna hear,
that's your problem, you don't wanna hear concerns.
no, I said continue with your concern.
I've said what I had to say, no, I've got more, but I've said what I had to say.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Chris.
To the tariffs, rule number 5, payment of bills. Bills for service are due and payable upon presentation, and payment may be made at any commercial office of the utility or to any representative of the utility authorized to make collections. Payment for closing bills shall be made at the time of presentation. Bill services become past due 45 days after presentation.
How many people knew that you could pay your water bill with Venmo?
You're the only one that uses it, and I get it.
Okay, that's
for
fine,
you.
I'm not the only one that uses it, and that's not what my question was.
No, because
How many people knew that?
honestly.
How many people knew that?
Excuse
No,
me, Joe.
Honestly.
nobody did.
Okay, that's
Because
the
everybody pays,
That's
some
the
people
problem I'm
still
bringing up.
write checks.
If there are payment options, then it needs to be listed on the bill that you
Okay,
guys send out.
We have
That's
other
all I'm
issues we
requesting.
need to get
Okay.
to, and that is
Venmo
one of
will
them.
be
Put the Venmo account, whatever information somebody with a Venmo account needs to make the payment. The idea that the only payment option listed on that bill is writing a damn check is ridiculous.
You can hand somebody cash and get a receipt.
Well, then why isn't that option also listed on the bill?
Do you need us to ask you to tell you how to pay your bill? Cody, when you get your bill, do you decide that yourself? I'm gonna either pay it from my bank, I'm gonna write a check, or I'm gonna bring Sherry cash. I don't do that for you, right?
No, I just go straight to the bank. Well,
Exactly.
and
I
no
don't do
bank
that
check.
for any of these people. They pay their bill on their own, and they decide how they're going to pay it.
Okay, you're not seeing my point, just like when I tried to explain it to you over there. Those options need to be on the bill that you send to everybody.
He just
No, they
wants them
don't.
listed.
Yes, they do.
No.
How- Have you ever looked at your power bill from NV Energy?
Right, and I.
Have you ever
get it,
looked
and
at
they
the
don't
different
tell me
ways to
how.
pay it?
They don't tell me how to do it. I get it, and I decide myself, oh, I'm gonna pay this in bill pay, or they don't tell me how to.
Are you telling me you're unwilling to put different payment methods on the
Well,
bill that
the
you send?
reason we don't really like the Venmo account is service charges, the board, the fees. And so like, if people, plus, if they pay, you're always chasing it, cause it has a service fee on it, so we actually don't really like that option for, and.
Well, it's not up for you to prefer the option, it's up for you to make options, equal opportunity provided for everybody to pay their bill in the easiest way.
As a business, it is for us to decide the option if it doesn't work for us.
And that is one of the things we were going to discuss.
Well,
is
here's the thing,
whether we should
you're not
keep-
getting any
excuse
money
me.
from me with a check, the only way I'm paying my bills is through some electronic means.
That's fine, use your bill pay.
So
on
figure
your
it out.
It doesn't really
Everybody
matter
has
how
it.
you pay your bill, as long as you pay your bill.
Yeah. you pay
Yes, it
money.
does matter how I pay it, I choose to pay my bill electronically,
That's a
not with a
personal
piece of
bill.
paper.
That's a personal, it doesn't matter,
It's
as long
not,
as it's paid, you pay it
personal.
any way you like.
are you telling me you don't understand the difference in convenience between making a payment with a check that you have to write, and put a stamp on and mail to somebody,
No, honestly, Joe.
versus just getting on your phone and go, it's done?
I've been doing it for 70 years and it hasn't been an inconvenience.
Okay, just because you've been doing it for 70 years and it is an inconvenience to you, doesn't mean it isn't an inconvenience to anybody else, okay? That's my point.
That's the separation, is that, the separation is you find writing a check an inconvenience. But I feel also that you have other options, and it doesn't concern anyone here.
Okay, I have other options and I know that now, but nobody else knew those options because it's not listed on the paper you send me every year.
Everybody honestly knows those options, because when you get any bill, it can be from the water board, it can be from NV.
Midas Solid Waste, how do you pay that bill? They don't have options listed on that bill.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows what the options are these days.
They have no
Why
electronic.
are you arguing
website.
against this? Why don't you just say, okay, we can make an extra payment option, put it on the bill, no problem. Next fucking subject.
Okay,
Please watch
next
your language.
fucking subject. Well, it'll be on a payment
Okay,
option on your
then I'm
bill.
happy, we're satisfied, I'm done.
All right.
And there will be an extra service charge for using it, that is one of the things we're
That's
gonna
fine, then you
discuss.
put that on your too.
Okay,
Electric payments always have service fees.
all right.
So, do
Yeah,
you
I
have
can
any
like
other
this is
questions
code
about the financials? So we can keep moving along here.
The most unprofessional organization I have ever seen.
Any questions about financials?
You need a motion.
Motion.
Motion to accept financials as presented.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, if you would like to go over the maintenance.
Okay. So last year, it'd be last year, the only really major thing that we had happen, had a contactor that failed at well number 2. I was able to replace that, and going back to what Sherry said about everybody pitching in, I was able to purchase that contactor for, I believe it was $164, and install it. And just to give you a heads up, if we would have had to hire an electrical contractor, that would have probably been anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000. With driving time, the companies, right now, electrical going rate's about $150 an hour for an electrician, so, is it more? Well, I haven't been in that type in a while, so, yeah, so, that was, the only major, issue that we had. No leaks again this year, or last year, which was good. Currently, we were working on, I spoke to a previous resident that, Chris and, Julie purchased their place, and talked to them about a valve up there that was discussed last year. I recently had Humboldt Telephone, or what's it called, E4 Connect, come out and mark their lines, so I know where we have to dig now. And it was always said there was never a valve up there, but the previous resident says there is a valve there, but, and it shows it on the drawings. So myself and Mark and Kenny are gonna go up there and dig it up, find it, and see what we gotta do to get, those residents, a main valve.
Yeah, we never did find that one over here, remember?
Yeah.
They said it was there.
But I have found, 3 others that people said we don't have a main valve, and they're found. I'm pretty sure the people that put this system in, if it was on the drawings, they put the stuff in, and 3 other people said they never had the valve, and I found them, so.
So were they just not cased off where you could access them?
Yeah, a couple of them were below ground, and, but they're pretty close to what the drawing said, where they're at. And, so we'll be doing that later this year, and then.
Look at them, they're all uncomfortable because I shit on their fucking power trip.
We're gonna put a new roof on the well house at number 1. It's got shingled roof, and they're starting to curl up, so I've already got the measurements. I'm gonna order the metal for it this week, and we'll be doing that, putting that on ourselves, and, that's the only thing major. We got a Nevada Department of Environmental Protection will be here this month to inspect our system, and that's always fun. So, we did have I had last month a failed water test, so I had to take 5 more samples. They all passed. Just like the guy at the lab told me, he goes,
takes one piece of dust or something before I can get that container closed to get in there, and you can get a bad test on it, you know. So I took 5 more. When you do that, you have to take 5 more within 24 hours. So, I got those the next day, got them to Elko, and they all passed, so. And I took them from 5 different locations, so. Normally I do the single monthly test at my house, so, and we had one late last year, and you got your screen on your faucet. I spaced it, and they say pull those screens off when you test them, so, because they'll hold bacteria, so. Anyway, so we're going along. We mentioned, well cleanings. Well number 1 has been cleaned. I mentioned this last year because they had it cleaned, and those guys said that's the cleanest tank they've ever seen for a tank that's been in service.
The guy speaking right now is the son of a bitch that yelled that he thinks I hate women, period. That's Paige Adkins, and he's probably the biggest piece of shit in this town.
So the one up here, they were coming to clean that last year, and they actually rolled their truck and their trailer on I-80 with all their equipment. Because they have diving equipment, because they actually go in the tank. And that one is gonna have to be resealed. The sealant's flaking off on it, so they'll supposed to get back. There's only one company in Nevada that does it now, and they're out of Las Vegas, so.
They're pretty much the whole western United States. And
So, yeah, so, they have certified divers and all that, so. The year that they got this one clean, they couldn't make it up the hill. It was during the spring, too muddy and too much snow, so hopefully we'll get them back this year, sometime.
So then you have to shut the well off and drain the tank, and then they go in
Yeah,
and seal it?
yeah. And we can shut that off and still feed the town off that tank.
And that'll be separate from when they come, just inspect it and vacuum it out. They did that with everything still on.
So they take a video of the tank, give you the results, and then they give you their suggestions, what needs to be done. And then they'll refer to companies that can reseal that and all that, so.
So how long does that usually take when we do that?
They weren't even here a day.
Really?
By the time they got set up, it was about 6 hours,
Oh, wow.
so.
So your well won't be down that long then?
Right, yep, so.
And the well was actually still on the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Well, I
went through
just
a process
shut
of
it
being-
off, so
Yeah.
they wanted the tank full, so we got them full, and then I shut the well off, and, so they wouldn't, wouldn't overfill or
Right.
anything like that,
Okay.
so.
Is Hecla still paying for our samples?
Yes, absolutely, I wanna mention that they are doing a great job for us, still paying for all our samples, which is good. They used to take them for us, but they don't have the environmentalists out here now, so I go to Elko once a month, take samples, and, they pay for it, and they never question it. And
So do you have a contract with them for a certain amount of time, or?
not a contract, it's a handshake deal,
Okay.
and, they're,
You're good at it.
yeah, and, if they come to us one day and say we can't do it anymore, then we'll have to pay for it out of our funds, but, it's a great money saver for us. And, especially, if you, like the 10 test I had to take after coronation at $120 a piece, so, $1,200, so. And it's up 120 every month, unless, like, I took the 5, so, but,
So now it's an extra charge after you're.
oh yeah, you gotta pay for all 5 of them, yeah, so, but Hecla, they're great,
Yeah.
they are, and, And I talk to the lady in town all the time, Janie Gaviola, she's been great. She said, oh yeah, and
Perfect.
anything we need, you know, so,
Awesome.
yeah. So,
Any other questions about maintenance? Motion?
Motion to accept the maintenance report as presented.
Second? Okay, now we will open the meeting up to general questions and comments. And if everyone could please remain civil and raise their hand when it's their turn. Any questions?
I got one.
Yes, Mitch?
So, should I add to my water line, should I put a spigot somewhere on my property? Would it cost me more?
no,
Would it cost me?
no.
Okay.
For you.
Well, that's what I was getting at, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, once it goes on your
Property,
property.
a hell of a lot, right? Or is there a cross street somewhere? Okay.
No, it doesn't.
It does, okay. At some point, I'd like to go across the street, put it up in the, where the rock cabin was.
Yeah,
Put it stick up.
Yeah, it's the same piece of property, it's fine.
Yeah,
yeah.
well, shit. I got 58 acres up there, I can run anywhere I want.
Well, not yet.
There's a shovel right over there.
I don't wanna see a pivot up there.
Well, that's what I put a pivot up there, okay? Okay.
And I do wanna thank everybody for being careful with the water, we're not in a drought, but we have abnormally dry conditions, there's a couple springs that have stopped running around town. Thank you for not all washing your cars every day, things like that, that helps.
Are we looking pretty good? Or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't calculated it.
No.
No, we haven't made it yet.
We're looking good for it.
Okay, so the well up there pumps about 12 gallons a minute, this one pumps about 40. This one's got a bigger pump, not this one. So this one has 5 horse, that only has a horse and a half, actually. So,
But it maintains what you need.
and this weekend, you know, we've seen a drop, because there's more people in town, which, you know, is expected, so, if you do invite people up with RVs, I would like them to bring their own
So,
water.
you know, I got a water pour on my lawn. Gotta keep it drained.
Yeah.
I just vacuumed it yesterday, so that's.
Any other questions? Okay, we do need to have a vote, for Paige and Sherry to remain on the board. They both volunteered to do this for 1 years. We cannot make other names put in, Okay. Second, all in favor? Congratulations.
I do have one question, mainly for Paige. Hey, when can we can start accepting donations for the water? Can we just start getting it anytime?
Yes. And you can, if you're coming, you can start buying your tickets, paying for them. I've got a list going, so. I'm up to 62 right now.
Already?
Yeah.
You're accepting
Already.
75, right?
80.
80.
And I still gotta get a hold of some people from Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've already got some donations, Mark and Sherry know a photographer in Montana that takes some of the most awesome wildlife photography I've seen, and the way he mounts mounts them. They're not in picture frames, they're mounted on a piece of aluminum with a hanger already on it. You bid on it, and we've, how many prints did y'all get, Mark? 8, 9? Yeah, so, if anybody wants to sponsor those prints, we got a couple that still need sponsored, so, I got the price list and what they cost.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for Coach. Are you gonna try to make this a same date every year?
Yeah, so, this year, I had bartender issues.
Yeah, because we were all ready to go.
I
and everything
understand
seemed-
that,
But, yeah,
but, I also kinda helped the Martin out, who's catering it, because the week of that, they do the Superior Livestock Show in Winnemucca. And that week, they do between 500 and 700 prime ribs that week. So on the Friday before the dinner last year, they did 150 prime ribs, and then came out here and did 100.
yeah.
Kudos to them for doing it, it was fantastic. So I kinda gave them a break, and I'll be honest with you, I kinda changed it in case the NDU gets started again. If it's on the first weekend, because a lot of people wanted to go to the NDU dinner and come to the water dinner.
Yeah,
And a lot of those people want to bring their trailers up here and just leave them for the week,
yeah,
so they can do both dinners. So there's the various reasons why I changed it this year.
Yeah.
So it will continue to be on the second weekend.
okay, good. Oh, that's the 9th, or this year, the second weekend. Okay.
Well, whatever. Is that your family reunion
Yeah.
every year? There's only 1,000 of these. I would like the hundreds.
Any other questions? Anyone? Okay, I'd like to adjourn the meeting.
The entire meeting is recorded, and it will be on YouTube later today if anybody needs to view it for reference sake. From now on, every meeting will be recorded digitally and on YouTube for future reference to assist in, was it Shannon's job of minutes.